And we are live, Chummers, and welcome to the Wednesday night Shadowrun edition. My name is Bryce, and I'll be the Game Master tonight. Background music brought to you by Aimed Ahead, as always. You can follow us at TWK Live on Facebook and YouTube to interact and watch previous episodes. Now, let's meet the players. Tonight we have GM Jeremy.
Hello, hello. Tonight I will be playing the human mage known as the Duke.
Indeed, and we have Laird.
Good evening, I'm Laird, and I am playing an adept, also human, known or going by Answers to Baldwin.
Answers to Baldwin. And we have with us Keith.
Hello, hello, I'll be playing Clock, the human rigger, with his two buddies, Kurgan and the Cash Money.
Yes, and we have with us, lastly, Hans.
Cheers, Chummers, Spelunkers, Gungans, and investigators. Dr. Giggles, about to go into the jungle.
Excellent, and just a reminder, Shadowrun is set in a dark futuristic world. Some content may not be suitable for all audience members. Discretion is advised. All right, now that we have all that out of the way, how are we feeling tonight, gentlemen?
Unprepared. I wasn't able to find any gear that I wanted.
Just mug some bums on the way to the boat dock.
Yeah, we did some rolls before game. We did some rolls before game, and Bryce with the hot dice denied all gear.
No, what are you talking about? I got my gear.
Yeah, I'm good to go.
Only denied it to Clock, unfortunately, and his little minions. So they were outfitting. They had a week after Chapter 2. We were starting Chapter 3. Go East, my sons, in the campaign delivery for Mr. Red. They have been hired once again by Mr. Chin through his fixer Shwashirin. They first captured a lab, then they captured the head doctor they wanted for the lab, and now, because these guys did such a good job, Mr. Chin is hiring them to go overseas to Cambodia on a hunting trip to capture the specimens now that they need to acquire. Specifically Nagas, but anything paranormal. The arrangements for travel have been set up through the Triad, because you have to go in under the radar. Vietnam, where you're entering through the Mekong, is a closed border nation, and then of course you don't want anyone upriver to know about what you're doing. You'll be meeting up at central camps, led by a central company man, shall we say, and you'll be one of several teams at each camp, going out, scouring the jungle, search and capture kind of activities. Until you get what they need, and then they pull you back out of there. You were offered $75,000 each, $15,000 upfront to help buy gear. You were told to meet at a certain dock, Triad-owned dock, in a week's time. So, given a name of a ship, I didn't write any name down, so Southern Wind, we'll say, or something, doesn't matter, irrelevant.
The Southern Wind.
At a specific time at Pier 49.
We're looking for the Southern Wind.
Well, I guess I'll drive my van over. Anyone else need a ride?
Baldwin, call that crazy robot man and get us a ride to the dock.
Yes, sir.
So we did, as Keith was mentioning, Clock is mentioning, we did a lot of rolls and gear and stuff offline before we came on, just kind of killing time before we got distracted. Is there anything else you guys needed to do real quick before we head out? Just one last check.
Nope, just needed clips,
Did we have a week if I wanted
survival
to
gear.
use Karma to upgrade a skill from 1 to 2? Is that enough time?
Absolutely. Yep. Cost you.
Holy
if it's
crap.
active, it'd be 4 karma.
I haven't.
I'm
spent
mostly trying to stay low.
any. So when you use karma to increase a skill,
Yes.
okay, let's say your skill is 3 and I want to take it to 4. How much karma does that cost me?
If it's an active skill, it'd be 8 karma.
Okay. And if I wanted to increase an attribute like body or agility. Say
It's
my
5.
say my agility is 3 and I want to increase it to 4.
It would cost you 20. It'd be 5 times the new rating.
5 times the new rating.
Correct.
Son of a bitch, I can't do anything.
Yeah, it's pretty
there.
brutal.
But so it's 5 times the new rating for that one, but it's just double the new rating on skills.
On active skills, knowledge skills, it's just the new rating.
Yeah, I was gonna take my computer from a 1 to 2, so that would be 4 karma, right?
Correct. And then a group is also 5 karma, like the firearms group would be 5 karma per point new.
I think I'm gonna save my karma to increase my agility. That's what I think I'm gonna do.
Good choice.
So you guys are traveling by freighter. It's the slow boat. Takes damn near a month to sail across the Pacific to Vietnam.
Holy crap.
So it's a long extended trip.
Well, that's probably good if you're wanted.
There you go,
Speak for
Giggles.
yourself.
Let it chill down.
Gotta find some way to entertain ourselves here. I'm so bored, Baldwin. Make me
Well,
some tea.
I could make a companion for you there.
We can sing sea shanties.
I'm gonna have
For a
Patty
month.
dance.
You can build a companion, you like Cherry 2000.
Yes, very much like Cherry 2000. There is a model. Shinwanese makes it.
Yep, that actually does. Yep. So a week goes by, you guys get all your gear, everything you need. You head all down to the docks, and sure enough, there's a rusty old freighter there, Southern Winds. It is nothing to look at. It's an old, rusted, standard cargo freighter. You are brought on board.
I strut on board.
Yep. You know, as you approach the boat, they ask who you are. You let them know, and they let you on. A bunch of young Asian men and women, most of them decked out in cyberware. A couple spell slingers from the looks of them also. Mostly triad looking, tattooed up and everything. You can tell. Very much hush-hush around here. Not a lot of other public figures. They get you on the ship quickly. Once you get down inside, you see it is all state-of-the-art. The outside is just a shell meant to look nondescript. Inside, they have all the amenities. Make your trip quite nice. They usher you down a couple decks below, a couple different rooms. There's a shared galley, a shared bathroom. There are other people on this ship headed along with you guys. It looks like another team or two from the looks of them. Bunch of badass hunter types, runner types on the ship. And with no ado, later that day, they release the line and set off anchor, and off you guys sail into the wild blue.
And as everyone's heading to dinner, Clock overhears Baldwin talking to the Duke, and Baldwin says, I think everything should be fine, so just as long as you beat B.A. Baracus. What was your name again? I'm sorry. We haven't gotten Dr. Giggles yet, have we?
Yep.
We have gotten it?
I believe the last session or two, Hans cracked something to release the Dr. Giggles, or something.
Yes.
Something to remember.
Okay.
Don't call me Braxton
So-
anymore. That person is dead now, or something.
Okay.
Well,
So-
Braxton is wanted by the law, so now I'm Dr. Giggle. Free man.
Gotcha. So I think everything should be comfortable enough here. So just as long as you make sure that you see to the loo before that Dr. Giggles fellow.
Oh man, I had a big meal.
Stay out of the bathroom.
Those damn enchiladas.
You're such an animal.
Quick, run topside. It's a noxious gas below.
Have you no manners?
Fire in the hole.
Is there a crew, or are they just like a few people, or is this like all automated these days?
Yep. No, there is a crew. It's a very small crew. They don't really interact with you guys very much. You know, if you kind of wander into the wrong area, they will usher you out. You know, engine room is off limits, bridge is off limits. You can go topside during the visit. You can go to the different decks in the ship. There are a couple passenger decks, like I said, couple other teams like you guys, and then there's a bunch of cargo holds as well. Rations mostly for the trip to bring up to the different camps and whatnot, as well as other cargo and contraband and other holds that are locked that you're not allowed in. That is, you know, triad business, obviously, because again, you guys are hitching a ride on the back of the triad.
I don't want to screw with these guys, huh?
Yeah, I wouldn't piss the crew off, really.
We should be trying to make friends with him, don't you think, Baldwin?
Well, why don't we hijack this guys and take the ship?
Yeah. No, they're your ticket through Vietnam. Like I said,
Okay.
Vietnam is a closed border. Outsiders are not allowed in, and that's how you're going to be reaching where you're going, which is just up the Mekong past Phnom Penh. There is a handout. I'll go ahead and ping it because we haven't pinged it this session. You're going to be going up the Mekong past Phnom Penh, and then you're going to be taking the right hand or east hand fork of the Mekong up to the edge of the Naga domain, where you'll
Just
be setting up
imagine the
camp in
red
that area.
line with a ship from Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
Right. Yep, it takes you 24 days to reach Vietnam. Guys gonna do anything out of the ordinary? Just kind of hang to yourselves,
What's
get
up?
fresh air, eat the meals,
No,
not
I'm
pick
gonna
a fight.
I'm gonna talk with people. I'm gonna try to talk to some leader type people on the ship. Try to make some connections. Maybe, you know, play some cards or something.
Yep. There's a very militaristic mercenary group that is bunked with you guys. Very friendly, but very professional. Their captain, you know, they're here for the same reason. They were hired by Mr. Chin, do a bunch of trophy hunting, capture a bunch of odd critters for them. You know, the money's good. They don't ask questions.
Aha, man after my own heart.
Almost like a vacation to them. Almost like a vacation to us. Can't believe we're
Wow.
getting paid to do this.
Yeah, while playing games with them, I'll just chat them up, see if I can get some information. Maybe one of them gets drunk and something slipped. You know, I don't know. Worth a shot.
Nope, you guys have a good time. They talk about past escapades in Africa and Middle East, you know, little border
Africa.
skirmishes and regional wars that they've served in.
Egad, regional wars, you say? How dangerous.
Baldwin keeps up with his butlering. And
This here is Baldwin. He's my man. Why are you looking at me so funny?
Yeah.
which is when Baldwin exits. he'll return after a while, but a little while.
You'll eat topside.
Right. Otherwise, he just spends his time doing his thing, perfecting.
I'm pretty much going to be topside watching the ocean, enjoying the breeze.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna. I'll have my my drones walk around with me, follow me around, and we're all dressed now in our camos together, like a team. Clock
It's
is
the
enjoying
Three
himself.
Musketeers. Look, Baldwin.
Yeah, Baldwin actually doesn't get into that tire until we get closer to it. I mean, shit, maybe he does. He
Clock
probably
even ties one of those, you know, platoon.
Kind of break it in, you know, get it.
Yeah, he probably
Bands around
because
his
he doesn't
head.
want to be carrying around all the other shit. At
I can totally see Clock. He's like outside at the front of the boat, and he's got like the purple smoke. He's like, purple haze, man.
he's enjoying himself. Yeah.
several times over, you said it was going to take a month.
24 days to reach Vietnam.
Okay, so several times over that, Baldwin will take alcohol up to Dr. Giggles.
Okay.
Tell him stories about his pre-Duke days, doing some shadowrunning.
Okay.
I just tell stories about the old high threat response team days.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be using that time to raise my computer skill, be trained, becoming the unofficial Decker.
Yep. Doing a bunch of coding.
Worst
Okay.
Decker ever.
Yep.
The Duke has taken over the gallery.
Might as well be the Decker.
Kurgan just gives him the steely eye.
Okay. All right. So you guys, 24 days in, that night. Excuse me. Dark, clear night. You've gotten really used to the motion of the ship. Seasickness is long since passed. Didn't bother to roll it or anything. You can tell the ship comes to a stop. Hans, you'd probably be up topside. Giggles. You see what looks like a pot of whales surfacing next to the ship. And the captain, you see a flare shoot off from the ship. And then all of a sudden, these creatures start coming up the side.
Whoa, well, what?
These half fish, half men.
I knew we weren't getting out of this boat ride safely.
They have, basic clothes. Not really clothes, but like a belt, some pouches, just very rudimentary gear. They are sapient. They have spears, harpoon guns, items such like that you can use underwater. A couple of them, a group of them crawl up onto the deck, onto the side of the ship, and they're met with some of the crew members. You hear this very odd siren singing coming from these whales. One of them kind of approaches closer. Roll perception.
That's just Giggles, right?
Anyone who's topside, I know Giggles would be, so that's why I just went straight to
Definitely
him,
not.
He specifically said he spends most of his time
Yeah,
topside.
definitely not topside for the Duke.
Yeah, I've been walking around.
I
I don't.
a 2.
Okay.
What time of day was this?
This is late at night.
Oh, okay. Then no.
This is at the end of the
Fuck,
journey.
fuck.
This would be like, I don't know, 10 p.m.
Fuck
after
would not be up there.
Yep. I figured you'd be coding, Baldwin would be cleaning, Duke would be doing his storytelling in the gallery.
While sipping
Giggles
his
would be
tea.
sitting up topside. You guys kind of had a routine
Baldwin's
after 3 weeks.
Well, it'll depend if Baldwin was hanging with me or doing his own.
That's
Yeah,
true. You guys have been swapping stories and shit.
Baldwin's not cleaning at 10 o'clock at night. No fucking way.
I know you're
So-
dedicated.
Yeah, but efficient too. So.
So you put the Duke to bed, and then you came up topside.
Right.
No tea after 10. No bed.
Okay.
Not going to be
So
doing
you
that
both-
kind of cleaning.
You both see the whale. It looks like a humpback whale. I mean, you know what a humpback whale looks like, but not a normal one. This may be one of the fabled dragons of the sea that you may have heard about in various stories and fables.
I don't think we can capture this one.
No.
The
I'm recording footage.
Laird, the creatures who came up the side, those are Murrows with a perception of 3. Those are like literally half fish, half men. They're known to serve the dragons of the sea. They go with the crew up into the bridge where they hang out for a while. There's lights on in the bridge, and then they come back out, and you see they're carrying sacks stuffed full of something you don't know what.
Payment for passage.
The Duke is in one of them.
or in 3 of them.
Possibly. Possibly.
You appear fucked, sir.
And you don't interfere or anything.
No.
I mean, this obviously looks like they had business.
Okay.
Like I said, I'm
Jump the
assuming
gun
it's
and freak out.
I'm assuming it's payment for passage.
Yeah. Giggles, go ahead and gain a karma point. And sure enough, they slink off the ship, dive down into the water, and then the whales drop into the ocean, and the water's calm again. And the ship starts up its engine and heads the last few miles to the Mekong Delta.
Baldwin would have voiced Murrows. Those are Murrows.
I have no idea what a Murrow is.
It's a half fish, half man. That's it right there.
Yep. Basically a merman.
I
I should have made a couple handouts with pictures. I didn't do it. I didn't really have the time.
And that's not a normal whale.
No, it's a very special whale.
After the engines start up and we start moving again,
Mm-hmm.
Baldwin will excuse himself and go down and let the Duke know to start getting ready.
Okay.
I'm gonna watch the whales.
Yep. There's one of those little whistle alarm things. And then you hear one of the crew members over the intercoms, Hunters, prepare your gear. We have reached the Delta, and you'll be offloading within the hour. Grab your stuff, get topside.
I better go down and gather.
Crap.
Are we scheduled to meet back up with this crew or something for a pickup for extraction?
Unknown. You'll be leaving the same way you came, if that's what you mean.
Okay.
But if it'll be this specific crew or boat,
Right. But
you
we
didn't
do
think
have
to ask, and they're not going to answer now. Yeah.
Yeah. We do have leaving details though.
Yeah, you'll be leaving the same. All the arrangements were made by the Triad. They'll ship you in. They'll ship you out.
Okay. Good.
They kind of own this area. If you refer again to the map really quick, the area in Vietnam that's labeled the Daga Allowance, that's a bunch of criminal syndicates. It's kind of a nation within a nation that kind of rule themselves, and it's Triad based. It's kind of the heart of the Triad anymore, as well as up around Hong Kong. So it's a lot of criminal syndicates. They kind of run this area. They are a government within a government. So you either need the real government's permission or their permission, preferably their permission, to do anything around here. So obviously Mr. Chin is working with the Triad to get what he wants.
Right. And where did you say that location was?
The Daga Alliance down in Vietnam, that little kind of gray marked area. It's called the Daga Alliance. Keep mispronouncing it.
Okay, I see it.
Yeah, and it butts right up to the Naga domain because it's a very unlawful area. There's not a strong corporate or government presence in those areas. It's kind of gone back to wild. It's very undeveloped, especially for 2075 terms. It's very underdeveloped. Really,
Right.
The only corporate presence is De Beers, which has a strong mining corporate presence in here.
Of course.
Getting precious elements or whatever.
Yep.
And then also the Tamanas is very big around here. That they deal in paranormal, catering to paranormal. So they do a lot of business with the Naga domain, as well as the jungle and clay.
On the trip over, I imagine we still had access to the net.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah,
And
it's wireless. It's all beamed up, satellite and shit.
In some of my personal time, I probably would have spent, depending on what I could find, a fair amount of time looking at any topographical maps, like any satellite shots, like if there's a Google Earth type thing, to do my best to kind of get an idea of the lay of the land,
Okay.
Maybe see what might be a good direction to go. Conversations about, there's two groups going in. What direction are they going to go?
Oh, don't we have a guide?
There'll be a camp commander where you're going, and they'll be the ones directing you. The militaristic guys, the mercenary guys you were with, it sounds like from what they were describing, they're going to the same place as you. There were a couple other teams that were headed further up into Thailand. into a different area to do hunting.
These guys seem pretty solid. This other team.
Mm-hmm.
Because, I mean, there is the notion of if we work together and just split what we get, we could probably rake a lot more in. Do you like the old deer hunting shit where they scare them into an area that got smaller and smaller and then just...
We'll see. The camp commander's
Right.
probably going to give us the orders.
Right. I mean, that would make sense. That would totally make sense. We'll probably figure that out, when we get there and see what kind of setup we're dealing with. But yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
You guys seem a bit colorful, but we've worked with worse.
Was that a compliment or it was like a slight?
You walk away thinking that you're not really sure.
Backhanded compliment.
Could be either. Could be both.
Yeah.
Known runners, it's probably both.
I am a person of color.
That's kind of like one of those comments like, you should be drinking, or, you should be drinking Diet Coke.
Yeah, they're a ragtag human, orc, elf, mixed ethnicities. They're just a ragtag mercenary group from ex-military and whatnot. That just work for the dollar now. Just live off of the thrill.
And
What do
we're
you-
colorful.
Is this something that we should table with them? What do you guys think?
Oh, as far as like combining and sharing the,
Mm-hmm.
I would totally be down for that.
If by combining and working together and then taking everything away from them in the last second is what you mean, Baldwin, then I'm in.
We'll see.
We can certainly see how things play out, but you make a contract, generally you stick to it, right?
Unless the other party's dead.
Or
see.
break the contract somehow.
With death.
Are we hopping on that boat?
So you see that other team kind of gathering up next to one of the gangways that they dropped for the side of the boat, and after an hour or two, well, after probably about an hour, the ship's been moving really slow. The engines turn off. There's been no lights on. And out of the dark, you see a couple of river barges come up, Mekong boats, as they're known, come up and float along the side of the boat, of the freighter.
Okay.
And the crew motions for you to get down in the boats, and the crew down in the boats are grabbing gear that's being lowered down to them and stowing it away.
I march over
Drop
to the
ladders.
gangway, right, to go across, and I raise my cane. Gangway! As I walk across.
Okay. Everyone boards?
Yes.
Yes. Mind the gap.
Okay, so you all get on. They load some more gear. It kind of takes a little while. One of the cranes drops a bunch of food rations and shit like that for you guys. Gasoline.
Yeah, my drone, or my Kurgan and Cash Money carry my other two drones on to the...
Okay, you don't need a little crate to have all your gear in, Clock, 'cause I figured a lot of your stuff would just be in a crate. And you just
There's one that's kind of
assemble it when you
the
get there.
size of a lawnmower, so that's my flying drone. But the other two are pretty small, my
Yep.
observation drones.
Couple crates are lower down. One is your drone. You make sure and keep an eye on it. Make sure it gets on the boat with you, and you check it out. Seems all in order.
Okay.
Seems like a monkey drone might have been a good idea for a job like this.
A monkey drone?
And then once it's all loaded, you putter off quietly on your electric diesel engine out into one of the many rivulets, mazes of the delta, to be lost amongst the little rivers that link up to the main river headed north, leaving the main freighter behind. And now you know there is no turning back.
If we didn't know after a fucking month on that ship.
I still want that drone, by the way, Bryce. I'll have Brandon looking for it when I'm out and about.
It's like 3 in the morning when this happens. 2, 3 in the morning. So you guys are kind of wired. You don't really go back to sleep. You watch the sun come up. Again, it's in the jungle, as I just discussed earlier, it's rainy season, so half the time it's raining, it's always cloudy. Right now it's not raining. It's anywhere from 80 to 95 degrees on average with 80% plus humidity. So it's very hot, very humid, very kind of just fucking miserable. Unless you're wearing some sort of environmental suit.
I've
You
got
wouldn't really just walk
Not
around in.
yet.
That's just expensive and awkward, but you could, I guess.
The Wild Hunt provides a little bit of.
Yeah,
It gives
sure
you
it
plus
does.
1. That's about it.
I'm sure it does. So you guys head up the river. Your little rivulet meets with another, which meets with another, which meets with another, slowly growing in size. And here I will make my first check. All right. You see lots of rice paddies, lots of soy fields, even a few illicit poppy fields dotting here and there. Villagers going about their lives. Very, like I said, very undeveloped. You can still get wireless, but there are penalties. You know, there is mechanical equipment. It's not that backwater, you know, but it is very much behind the times. You know, like say 2020 is where they're at versus 2075. Mostly human, but a few non-human. Couple dwarves, couple elves. Very few, though. You know, a few orcs and trolls, but again, very few. They just watch you as you pass by. Lots of boat traffic on the river. A lot of freighter traffic, just to give you an idea. Coming down the river, filled with coal, or it's kind of what the river looks like.
okay.
In the middle of the day, at some stretches, that's how busy it is, especially when you're up near Phnom Penh, which is a day or two up the river.
But it's probably not that bad right now, given the fact that you said it was, what, 2 or 3 in the morning?
Yep. Oh, the sun's come up. That's when you got off the ship. It was at 2 or 3 in the morning. So you've been paddling up the river. You know, you guys are all kind of hyped up, just getting on the boat. So you didn't go back to bed. You just stayed up. You know, kind of watching the river, kind of watching what's going on around you. It's also new.
I start to doze off.
Yeah, plus it's probably not as climate controlled in this boat as it was in the one we were just in.
Yeah, there's pretty much no climate control. The guy who's driving it has only half his teeth, peasant clothes, you know, just a local that's been hired to take you up. Doesn't know where, doesn't know why, you know, just told to take you up past Phnom Penh to a camp.
I'm just gonna
Dropping
kick
you
back and put my feet up and
Just a hired porter,
try not to sweat.
Sing a sea shanty.
right?
I'll have. I'll give
a
instructions.
riverboating song.
So
Yeah.
the first day, you know, during the day, there aren't any interruptions. You head up the river. You know, like I said, there's more and more little rivulets that kind of gain into yours, and it keeps growing bigger and bigger until you're in the main Mekong River, and you start joining some of the regular traffic later in that day. You pass a village or two, again, very rudimentary. Finally change your fucking map. Kind of what we would call modern day, what in 2075 would kind of be backwater. You know, a lot of people live on these boats that, like you're in. The buildings are very old style.
I grab something and make a makeshift fan, some papers or something, and I'm just sitting back, looking, watching, dozing off, fanning myself.
I have Clock turn his hand into like a spinning fan thing.
I know that sound.
I just look at and have him fan me, and then look at Duke. Go, nice. You think Baldwin would come along?
In the image of us on the boat that I did, and on the Duke's hat, I almost put like that little fan with like a little solar panel on that hat. And I'm like, nah, he's already kind of yuking over the edge. I don't want to poke him too much.
Yeah. And you do see a couple old PT style boats like that, like our splash screen and the artwork that you did, Laird. Excellent as always. Give it kudos. But unfortunately, you're not in one. You're just in an old local junk or whatever you want to call them, riverboat. I just call them a Mekong riverboat. But very, no amenities, shit off the side.
I'm looking around, looking for trouble.
As long as it floats, that's all I care.
I have my shield up.
Right now, there's really no trouble you can get into unless you just want to start shooting randomly off the side of the ship. There is, like I said, there's a village about every 20 miles or so along the Mekong. Not as busy as like what's pictured. This is just to kind of give you an idea what it looks like, obviously. But the driver doesn't stop. If you ask him to stop, he just ignores you and talks in some language you don't understand unless you know Mandarin. Which actually, I think...
Mao! Mao! Mao!
No.
He might have, because Mandarin was known by one of his...
But yeah, he won't stop. He won't pull over. He's got a schedule to keep, and you have a place to go, and he's not going to stop.
So I should know Mandarin and Russian eventually.
Did you say one of his contacts knew Mandarin?
Yeah. His
You could just use
fixer.
Google Translate on your
on your phone.
So you guys
Wang
are puttering
Hung.
along. Every once in a while, you take a different fork off just to avoid traffic or backups, or authorities, more often than not. 1-2 days go by. Nothing really big happens.
I'm sorry, 4 or 5 days go by?
2
on the
days
river.
Two.
go by.
2, and we're in the boat the whole time?
On the river, on the little boat.
So I guess you weren't really kidding about shitting over the side.
No, I was not kidding about shitting over the side.
Clock is not enjoying this.
Baldwin, I need you to hold my hand. Don't let me fall.
Holding both hands as he's hanging over the edge. Don't lock eyes.
Clock is
Don't
not-
lock eyes.
Don't look at me.
No.
Singing songs of encouragement.
Oh, it's terrible.
Just use your cane, sir.
Ooh, where are we at? There we are.
Dang it.
Oh, that's not good. And my deck's on my back pack. By the way,
Your what? Your deck?
yeah, my RCC deck.
Okay. So you guys are going up one of these small forks that are less used, kind of keeping low profile, avoiding the authorities and the main shipping channels. And of course, unfortunately, other criminal elements also like to use these other
Channels.
little channels and waterways. And you have run into a group of pirates.
I'm sorry, you're a little bit mistaken. They have run into us.
You are in this rickety boat, very constraining. There is really no cover other than, the half-rotted wood.
Giggles is like, I'm in.
He's already rolled.
Making sure I got everything. Yes, I did. Okay. All right. So yeah, I guess roll initiative. You're not even gonna negotiate. Giggles just starts shooting.
He's just like,
I'm just getting ready.
lock and load, bitches.
Are we shooting like someone surprise shoot, or are we gonna go up and talk to them?
They do have a light machine gun mounted on the front of the boat. They're waving their guns and shouting in Mandarin, kind of a city speak, butchered up version of it. And your pilot and his buddy, because they work 24 hours. There's like 4 people on this boat that run it. We'll say 3. Says, yeah, they want us to pull over. They want us to pay a toll to go up the channel.
What are these
Or they're gonna
tolls
kill us.
normally? What are these tolls normally? Encompass.
1,000 Nuyen. He looks over at you guys and he says, probably a few thousand Nuyen will get us out of this.
Or their blood.
Yeah, these guys have a nicer boat, I presume.
Ooh.
Not really. It just has a light machine gun mounted on the front of it, but it's just a riverboat.
Okay.
It's just. A
But
little
we could
take it,
acquire
and
that.
then- then
maybe
we've
like
got-
a couple of plastisteel patches that they've put on it, bolted onto it, but nothing
Yeah.
really.
So
Clock is gonna go get in the back and cover his shield over him, and then jack in.
Okay, so you climb down the little hidey hole where the boat captain goes when Giggle says, or their blood.
Yep. And so I'm gonna jack in, but I'm gonna have jack in, but put my that plastic shield over me.
The sounds of giggling echoes down the river.
Yes.
Oh no. Then Cash is gonna get his sniper rifle out, and Kurgan will get his carbine out.
I mean, it seems like they're pretty far away, but while we're waiting for them to get closer, I'm going to go ahead and activate my my spell here for moving faster. My
Baldwin asked the
increased
crew that
reflexes.
he had been talking to. Do you want a second boat?
We want no trouble. No trouble.
As a precaution, Baldwin will activate his stuff too.
Okay, yep, if you need to cast a spell. Okay, Duke, go ahead and roll your drain. That'll give you +1 initiative die and +3 reaction.
okay.
And you take 4 drain.
What the hell? 4 drain.
You can use a edge.
I'm going to edge
You'll
that.
have time to rest.
I'm going to edge
Yeah,
that.
you gain an edge every 24 hours.
Mystic armor.
How about that?
improved Reflexes.
3, so you take 2 drain.
Okay.
Okay, you activate your reflexes. You don't have to roll for that. You're an adept.
Yeah, and then he's gonna draw his sword and charge up the elemental weapon.
I'm going to activate my agility.
Okay.
Should we hail them?
Hold on. Okay,
That's
so
your attribute boost, right?
yeah, let me back up though. My increased
And rank 2?
reflexes. My increased reflexes gives me what?
Yes. That'll give you +3 reaction
+3. Got it.
and +1 die
On
on your initiative. You'll add a +1 die bonus.
okay. Wait. I hope I'm doing this right. That's not right.
Pull you up, see what you're doing. So your initiative. Yeah, pull that back open. No, pull that back open. Yep. So it's going to be +1 die. So I think you already had it factored in. So it'll just be +1 die. So now you're rolling 2 dice instead of 1.
Okay.
And
Got
then
it.
your
Then I got 3. I added 3 to
yeah,
my...
+3 to your reaction. Perfect. Yep. That's what
And then I do my my adaptability to boost agility. So when activated, I make a magic plus
magic.
magic plus attribute boost rating test.
Which I believe we said was 2. Your attribute rating is 2.
Yes, it is.
So your magic +2
magic
with no additional
+2.
modifiers.
None. Okay.
And no link. Yep. Perfect. So you get +2 to your agility.
Okay.
And do you remember how long you get to keep?
Yeah, I have it written down here. It is
Like 2 times 2.
each hit on this test boosts agility by 1. Only affects dice pools. Last number of combat rounds equal to twice the number of hits you get. So I would get that for
4 rounds.
4 rounds.
Yep, or 4 turns. Yep.
All right, let's do it.
Okay.
Attack. Initiative.
Should we
Well,
bring him
you
in
guys
closer?
all drifted in closer.
Do you want to hail them to get closer, or do we want to just surprise
With bullets.
them? Okay.
Hail them with bullets.
Should we try to sniper one of them first?
If you can sniper all of them, go right ahead. But
So
yeah, let's start off.
the owner of the boat is not going to shut off his engines. Then he's going to keep it running, but he's going to like duck for cover down underneath the pilot station.
Good.
Yeah.
Should we fire first then?
Yeah, let's do it.
Mm-hmm.
So the boat's just navigating on autopilot up the river.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Can I
He's not
hot
gonna
sim
stop.
into Cash Money and fire a sniper bullet first, or do we have to roll initiative?
If you want to shoot a sniper as he's taking aim, they shoot a warning burst from the machine gun in front of the boat. Warning him to stop. And if you want to shoot a sniper bullet, I'll go ahead and allow that, and that will start the initiative.
Okay.
So you're just gonna shoot at the guy like manning the gun.
Yep. Hot sim in.
Yeah, hey, Clock, why don't you return that warning?
You get a 4 noise reduction.
There is 4 noise, or do I need
Correct.
to? Okay.
So whatever you need to do about that.
Yeah, I just need to change my gear around.
Otherwise, take a modifier equal to whatever you can't.
Okay, yeah, I was already set to 4 noise from when we went deeper in there. So
Or pirates have no
Yeah.
idea what they got themselves into.
Okay, so Remington. Okay, I think this is all set up correctly. Okay, here we go.
Here we go.
We're gonna have some
There you
fun now.
Not bad.
Oh, fuck me. All right. 14 minus 4. 16 minus 4. Oh, wait. That wasn't right. There we go. That was better. So he shoots his light machine gun. Bunch of splashes in the water up above the boat. Kurgan just lifts up his rifle. Kadoosh!
Oh no, that's Cash Money. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Cash Money lifts up the rifle and just kadoosh, and the pirate just falls off the side of the boat, dead.
Holy shit.
And now we're gonna be rolling initiative.
Sorry, I gotta make sure I'm clicked on the right guy.
Alright, looks like we got everyone but Kurgan.
Oh, I was not selected. He got 21.
I know you guys are kind of all mashed in there.
He got 21. Should I re-roll it or?
Oh, I see him. Yep, he's on there. Alright, Cash Money.
He's not on the list yet. I rolled 21, but should I add him or?
I see Cash Money. I'm staring at him at the top of the
Oh no,
list.
Kurgan rolled in
Oh. What'd Kurgan get?
21.
Really?
I just wasn't selected. I hadn't selected him.
Alright, we'll say Kurgan first then.
Well, I haven't given any instructions yet. So
Okay, he sits there. Cash Money.
I'll give him simple instruction to attack the pirates. and
Okay.
I'll try to shoot another pirate or the guy in front.
Okay. And you're using the Remington, right? If I remember
Yeah.
right, something like that.
The sniper rifle.
I'm pretty sure that's still short range, 60 meters. It is not. It is medium. So -1 to that attack roll.
Okay.
For range.
I have a +1 from my hot sim, so I will just be flat.
Got him again. Not as bad though. Alright, you rip into another pirate, shooting him. It hurts. Duke.
Okay, I am going to cast Control Thoughts on this pirate right here.
Okay.
And okay. It's all right.
Oh, look at that. Just barely. Good job. Roll your drain.
Okay. Did I click the right button? Yeah, I did.
Alright, so you take 1 drain, and you got 1 success, so you have control of them by the smallest of margins. You probably won't have them for very long, but you have them for right now.
Okay. And I'm going to command him to shoot the pirate behind him.
Okay. Baldwin.
You're
Baldwin.
muted.
Baldwin.
Mute
Sorry.
monster.
Sorry. That was the front guy that you controlled? Okay.
The one I just shot.
No. Wait.
Okay.
Yeah. So you shot this guy, he fell off, right?
I shot another guy too.
Shot that guy, fell off dead. Shot this guy that you then mind controlled.
Okay.
He's hanging on. Wait. I want to kill my friends.
The guy behind him that he was ordered to shoot is just a hair over 47
Okay.
to me.
Okay.
And using the flechette, is that
What type of weapon?
a conceivable range? It's
Isn't that like a heavy pistol?
no. It is the Fischetti Tifiani. Basically a Tifiani Needler. It's a small, easily concealable weapon.
Ah, I see it. Okay. Okay, yeah, it's a holdout. I knew it was going to be a pistol of some kind. That is extreme range. It's a -6.
Oof.
It can shoot up to 50 meters, so you're just coming into.
It's like a
Yeah, I
paintball hitting them at
barely.
that point.
Right. I didn't think
Yeah.
it would be. So I'm gonna take cover and wait until we get a little bit closer.
Okay.
Come on, you can jump. Do like a
Some
Full-on
monk
jump.
shit? No.
Alright. Giggles, your edge is like 5 or some shit, right?
This Giggles is 3. 5 is the other Giggles.
Okay. That's still high enough. Go ahead and go.
All right, so I'm gonna burst fire into that pirate.
The middle pirate that's still alive. And that's an assault rifle, right?
Yep. I'm assuming the very first number is like extreme close, and the second number is short.
So you are medium range, so it would be a -1.
Because there's like 4 numbers:
Okay.
25, 150, 350, 550.
Right. So it'd be the 150.
Yeah.
Yep. That's medium range, so it'd be a -1 to your roll.
Oh, okay.
And you're doing a burst. Okay.
It's a 3-round burst. And my smart link is a +1, so that cancels out the -1.
Hey, what?
What the hell?
Whew. He's just dodging it.
Yeah, I'm not going to edge for that.
Now it's his turn.
Might regret
And,
that.
he's gonna cast a stun ball.
Ooh.
He's gonna cast a stun ball, force 5.
Oh man, better get
Yeah,
ready to
fuck.
counterspell.
Clock's like, gonna be hit by this spell, and he's like, what the fuck?
So that will hit everyone. So you all need to roll your
Counterspell.
willpower. Let me make sure.
I'm gonna counterspell it.
Well, that's just for you, however many dice you want to use. Or give to other people.
It is
Let's see.
mana. Yeah, so it's willpower plus whatever counterspell.
All right.
That's
I am going to give Baldwin. I'm going to give Baldwin a die. I'm going to give him 1.
Remember, you don't have to split it up. So you can say, I'm going to use 2 counterspell dice, and anyone you choose can get those 2 counterspell dice. Yourself and any ally that you want also gets 2 dice. So you can give everyone in the group 2 counterspell dice, and it only takes 2 counterspell dice away.
Oh, gotcha.
So it's
okay.
per spell, not per person.
Okay.
Oh,
So
okay.
I'm gonna do 2 counterspell dice for me and Baldwin and Giggles. I don't think Clock's in the range.
Oh.
It'll hit everyone.
Yeah, it's a
Oh.
boat-wide
Then yeah,
effect.
two counterspell dice for everyone.
Okay. And what about the crew? Them too?
The what?
The crew.
I guess.
I mean, I don't know how to drive a boat.
Yeah, the crew as well.
Except for that one crew that like looked at you when you're
Yeah, the guy that tried to steal food from me.
So you're all taking 2 stun. You need to roll willpower plus 2 dice. No modifiers, no attachments.
Oops.
For fuck's sake.
How do we add
Holy
the 2 dice?
Shit. Modifier plus 2.
Oh, okay.
So, 2 stun.
I take it that 7 was the attack roll.
Laird, you're fine. No, that was his drain roll.
Hmm.
Laird, you're fine.
One.
Duke, you're fine. Hans, you take a point of stun.
Oh, just a point.
Block, you
Okay.
take a point of stun.
Okay.
Yeah, it was kind of a weak.
So I had marked
And-
2.
But he was panicked because they weren't expecting you guys all of a sudden pull out fucking assault rifles and start opening up.
Yeah, some
And
changes out.
is that a good roll for him for his drain?
That's very good for him. He got 7
Okay.
successes out of 8 dice.
Okay,
Oh shit!
so he didn't bang
Better
his head
that
against
than an
the.
attack roll.
Yeah,
Right,
I
right.
was gonna say the sunball. Oh, you've got 2 successes on an 8 die.
All right. And the guy in the back, he is going to unload on Giggles with a burst. His is an SMG, so that's long range, so that's a -3. So Giggles, you're going to be getting a -2.
Okay.
Ooh, look at that.
Nice.
You're able to just duck across the railing and it thunks into the hardwood and just misses you. Cash money brings us to you.
Oh well, I'll try to geek that mage that was doing a little summoning crap.
Okay.
Long range, so wash.
No, your rifle.
No, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's still medium
Still
range.
short range. No, it's short range for you. Just barely. Sniper rifle goes up to 50 meters.
Okay, 5 successes.
Fuck
Ooh.
me. He was the only one who had a chance against you guys.
Geeked.
The mage has been geeked. Yep, the mage is dead.
Long live the mage.
Cash money. Yeah, it just doesn't sound the same. It doesn't.
Well, it's actually clock controlling him. The Kurgan's gonna be on auto attack, so
Does he have a gun of any kind?
yeah, he has his carbine, and
Okay.
that's medium range for him.
He's gonna shoot at the closest person, which would be the pirate.
Damn it. Take out the captain.
Well,
Oh, I want
kinda
I want
dumb.
the minion.
He just said engage. I mean, he didn't give him a target.
Yeah,
he's
so
gonna get engaged the closest.
yep, that's 1.
That's fine.
Yep. Nope.
Pew! Dodged. He was smart enough to dodge.
He dodged it.
What the hell?
Duke.
Cool.
You know, it's still kind of a dumb program.
And then he jumps out of the boat to run after them. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Ha!
It's not that dumb.
Childlike flotation wings puff out of his arms.
I command this pirate to subdue the captain.
Okay. So you switch your commands to subdue the captain. Okay.
Yep.
Anything else you want to do?
Not
You can
really.
do another simple. You can't really cast, but you can do that. Okay.
No.
That's fine. It just hasn't come to him yet, so that's why he hasn't done
Yeah.
anything. Actually, shit, I don't even see him on here.
The pirate.
Did I delete the wrong one? I deleted the wrong one. He goes at 10, so he would actually already just gone. That's okay, I'll do him now. So he will turn around and attack his compatriot. He was supposed to go at 10. I deleted the wrong guy. And he's going to hit him with a sap.
Excellent.
Oh, he's a mage.
Well, he's
No,
got a
with
club.
a club. Like a
Oh,
club.
okay.
He's gonna subdue him.
Sap. He's just going to smack him upside the head.
There you
Holy
go.
shit, look at that.
Bam!
He succeeded.
That is one confused captain.
Yeah.
They're all fucking confused. They just walked into their worst nightmare. They
Well.
thought they were gonna get some easy Nuyen, and now they're gonna be catfish food.
Well, they're gonna be giving us their boat.
The danger of living like a
We've
pirate.
just acquired a front boat machine gun.
And maybe
So
some
you
crew.
see him turn around and smack this guy with this wooden baton, this little sap, and just smack him right across his bare head. And you hear this crack of the wood as the baton kind of cracks.
Yeah.
And you see the commander look at him and just growl, all pissed off.
Oh shit. Commander has some armor on or something.
No, it was his bare noggin. The commander's a troll or an orc. It
Oh.
He soaked all of it. Just pissed him off is all it did.
Oh.
We good? Just kidding.
No,
Oh,
we're
he
not.
needs to roll.
No, we're
Yeah.
not good. Keep going, pirate.
Good job.
I'm telling you, you cut your eyes on my crew. You better be ready to dance.
And then he breaks control, so you have lost control of
Damn
it.
it.
Now. And Baldwin, that brings us to you.
And unfortunately, his back is to us, so we can't see the lovely look in his face right now as he breaks control and realizes what he just did.
Oh, fuck.
Sorry.
His last thoughts.
I'm
What the brain
I'm
matter?
assuming the boat hasn't moved any closer yet because we're still in the first round. So
Just did a little bit. That's it. You guys are drifting. Both engines are on and they're on autopilot, so they're at this point just drifting past each other. So you should be a little closer.
yeah, I'm still
Huh.
remaining cover and waiting to get closer.
Okay. Repel any borders.
Mhm.
Dead bodies float past you. Dr. Giggles.
Oh, I want that machine gun. We're grabbing it.
So the pirate in the front, I'm just gonna
Yes.
take him out.
Okay. You'll have an addition. What are you doing? A burst fire again? Or a
Burst.
single?
Oh man, we could
So
take.
I'm gonna take aim,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna.
Okay.
Minus ammo. 3. Okay, so
And
What?
you're at a minus. Let's see. You're using an assault rifle.
medium range.
So
is
you are
150.
medium. So a -1, and yeah, -1.
So I'm at a +1 if I include the take aim smartly.
Okay.
There we go. It's about time.
Frack.
Giggles woke up.
On 10 dice, you rolled. Or 11 dice. Oh! Look at that.
Still not good enough. Not even near good enough. He was already near dead.
Dog will hunt.
So he is down. And now the captain, who's going to shoot his mate.
Oh, he was going to, but Giggles took care of it for him. Oh, he's gonna jump and run.
I mean, that's a smart thing.
That is the smart thing to do.
I mean, he just watched his entire crew like drop dead around him.
In like 3 seconds.
So he takes a dive off the side, the opposite side of the boat, and swims for the shore in like just a dive motion. And you see him like climbing up the bank of the shore, already kind of half covered with foliage as he's running to get away.
God, I wish I could nightcrawler his ass.
Cash Money and Kurgan. I know Kurgan's going to be shooting.
Yeah, Cash is gonna shoot out too.
Cold-blooded robot killers. Okay.
Recoil. So is that on a single shot? I've shot twice this round, and he has a smart link +2. I don't think I have gas vents on this. No. So, what's the recoil now?
What did you? You've shot 2 rounds, so
Yeah.
your recoil would be at 3 now. So
Can
you
I
should
take
be
a-
fine.
Okay. Simple action of take aim.
Okay. Because you have to do 2 simple actions to wipe. It's 1 complex or 2 simple to wipe.
Okay. Well, I'll just do 1 to take aim, so that's +2.
plus 1.
Plus
Take
1,
aim. So
and then
plus
minus 3 for the recoil.
No, you shouldn't have any recoil yet. Is your strength 4? Because you get 1 point free, and you get 1 point per 3.
Oh, okay.
Strength.
Yeah, no, he's strength.
So
3,
that alone should give you
half,
3 or 4 recoil.
Yeah,
you're
half his
strong,
body. Yeah, for him. So that would be
or whatever.
anyway.
So,
this one.
yep. And then minus 4 cover.
Oh,
Sorry,
shoot.
I was trying to throw that in before.
So it's a straight -1. Okay.
Nope. You shoot into the bushes beside him, and now Kurgan.
Yep.
Minus 4, and then an additional -1 for range.
Yep.
And then did he shoot a burst or 1 bullet?
He can only shoot. These are only single shot, so just the
Single
one.
shot also. Okay. Yep, misses. Okay. He is disengaging to run into the jungle. Is anyone going to try and stop him?
Get out.
I could. He's in my line of sight. I could stop him. I will.
So we'd have to roll initiative, because if he can go before you, he's going to disappear into the jungle.
Yeah, initiative.
Okay. Roll it.
Huh. Must have
Meet
left
him,
my
you
power
get an
cord.
action. If you don't, he disappears.
Damn, I was really close.
Yep. You can use an edge to go to the front of the line if you want.
I'll
You've
use
already
it.
used
I'll use an
one.
edge to go to the front of the line.
Oh my god. Well, you might want to wait, because Cash Money might pop him.
No, because I'm gonna. We
Everyone
want to
wants
talk to him.
All want him.
Why do we want to talk to him? What's there to talk about?
He's obviously a pirate who's been out getting money. We want the money.
We want to talk to him because we want the money. Where's the treasure?
If we kill
Show us
him, I
where
mean,
the X
that's not going to
is.
help us.
Show us the X.
Who does number 2 work for?
He knows this river. Maybe he knows where the Naga are.
Oh, that's good.
Maybe he knows
Good
where there's
point.
good money to be made, and we could become river pirates. Information
we
is
just did.
power. We don't need to go back to Seattle. We can make a living here.
Oh my
Total
god.
total rewrite of Dr. Giggles.
That's true.
Multiverse.
All right, Cash Money.
It's the Giggleverse.
Wait, I thought I
Oh.
used Karma to go to the front of the line.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Go ahead and go, Duke.
All right, I am going to control thoughts on the captain.
Okay. Roll it.
Is he still in the weeds? Covered.
Yeah, he hasn't moved since last time.
Okay. Wow. There you go.
Yep. Roll your drain. Okay, you take 2 drain.
Okay. I've got him.
Oh yeah, you have him easily. He's.
Yep. I shout, I've got him.
We
Okay.
could put their heads on the boat as a warning.
Oh god.
I
You've already gone to the horror, huh?
I tell Cat.
We haven't even reached the city, and you've already gone.
I
I tell the captain to drop to his knees and put his hands on his head.
Okay.
I tell Kurgan to disengage.
Okay. And I take it Clock Money's doing the same.
Well, I'm in him right now.
Right.
And as this boat gets close, can we jump over to it, or how far is it here?
Okay. So is everyone gonna leave him? No. Duke shouted out, "I've got him," so everyone gonna leave him alone.
Yeah, I'm not gonna plug him if Duke has plans for him.
Okay.
I'm not going to worry about it either, but I am
Hey,
interested
where's that
in
boat
checking
going?
out
Yeah,
their
we're gonna
boat.
jump on
Well,
that boat.
It was going by pretty. How fast was it going by?
Oh, they're both going like 10 meters around. Or 5 meters maybe around every 3 seconds.
Okay.
They're not going that
Well, can we
fast.
get? Can I tell the get close enough to grab it or throw some ropes over? Is there anything on board we can throw over to grab
Do you have athletics?
I just
or
jump over. I just
throwing?
jump over and I turn the power off.
Okay,
I
roll
got
athletics or gymnastics.
it? There you go, Baldwin.
God damn it! I need to get this case replaced.
There you go.
Okay, I'll let you
Roll
just
2.
barely jump on it. Yep.
Okay. And so I'll pull the throttle back just to stop the forward motion.
Okay. And, a little bit more down the river, you're able to stop it and kind of turn it around a little. One of you guys, Clock probably, because he's down in the hole, drags the crew up, says, oh, it's safe to come out. So they come up and stop their boat. You direct them to bring it next to...
Bring it over here.
Yep, next to the captain.
Park it
which
over
they
there.
do. Yep. And the captain is just sitting in the mud, on his knees, kind of sinking in the mud, hands above his head like you told him.
Excellent.
I'm going to give him one roll.
Giggles,
got
get over
foresight.
here and help me.
What am I doing?
Yep. Okay. He's
Put
still
a
held.
gun to his head.
I can break out. I break out my restraints, plasteel restraint, and slap them on him.
Oh, nice.
Okay. You restrain him.
Awesome.
He's not
You
a
guys now have
supernatural, is he?
a river pirate captain in your custody.
Yes. Perhaps he's worth something back in the States.
And we're going to take a quick AFK, a bio AFK. If that's all right with you guys, you can think about what you're going to do with him, because
Sure.
the GM is going to piss his pants. So we'll be right back.
Here we are. We're back.
Okay. All right. Thanks everyone for that. Much more comfortable to sit now. So you guys just captured the pirate captain.
Yes.
And you put him in restraints, and I'm guessing then you break the spell once you have him under control.
I am gonna break that control spell. Yep.
Well, aren't you gonna ask him about stuff first? Or?
Then, well, I'm glad you asked that question because I'm gonna cast Compel Truth.
Who are you working for?
Attacking us? That shit was a mistake.
Oh, come on. Really?
Not good.
After all those dice? I'm going to use an edge.
Well, I think you
I don't
failed.
think
Oh,
you need-
never
I mean,
mind.
he failed. You're succeeding.
I'm
Whatever
good.
one success will
Okay.
give you.
So it'll only last for 1 minute, and then I'll have to... Well, I could always recast it, I guess.
We got to roll drain.
Yeah. Okay.
Compel truth. What must be in Grimoire?
Yeah, it'll have a chart like 1 to 4.
So,
like-
forces the target to speak only the truth as she knows it. Lasts for a number of minutes as hits on the spellcasting test. So I have 60 seconds. And I'm going to say, tell me where all of your new yen can be found.
Okay. First, you need to take a drain. What is there a chart or how? Like, what do they tell you with one success, or do they just tell you whatever you want to know?
The number of successes is just the minutes that it lasts.
Okay.
They must speak only the truth as they know it.
Okay. So most of his money is on his cred stick, which he shows you. He says there is also more on a backup cred stick, if you will, that he keeps buried under his bunk back at the camp.
Oh, okay. How far is your camp?
It'd be about a day and a half river journey, and then about another half-day hike in the jungle.
Okay, we're going to pirate.
How much money do you make as a pirate in a year?
You broke him.
A lot, enough. Yeah, he's not really sure how to
Yes.
answer that. Yeah, he's not.
Okay.
I mean, he
a
doesn't
lot.
know
That's good.
compared to you. I mean, he can't give you a figure. He's
I'm
like,
gonna. Okay.
you know,
And
I survive.
do you know where we can find Nagas?
Ooh, upriver. Keep going upriver, and it gets dark. You'll run into a lot of creatures.
How far upriver?
About 2 or 3 days past Phnom Penh.
Besides yourself, who do we need to watch out for as we travel upriver?
Other pirates, river creatures, the centaurs, and rogue military.
Do you know how to navigate this river safely?
I know how to navigate it.
You're coming with us.
While he's talking, Kurgan's gonna go grab that machine gun and all the ammunition.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
check.
Baldwin's also sacking the boat. He's looking for secret hideys as well as just whatever's lying about.
I said,
that could
look
be
under
useful.
his bunk. He says he's got another cred stick. I checked the amount on his cred stick.
In the camp. He's
In his
got the
camp.
one with it. The one in his camp. That's
Oh.
like an emergency fund buried under his bunk in his camp.
How much is on this one?
11,000.
Thank you. We're gonna transfer it now. I put it on his thumb and transfer his 11,000 over.
Okay.
I so want to pull the trigger.
He says truthfully
So
as he has to,
badly.
I don't want to
Well-
do that.
Why don't we just
Yeah.
Why don't we just leave him here, just tied up?
Well, maybe we'll use him to.
Alligator food.
Yeah.
We don't want to bring him with us.
Yeah.
Yeah, the boat people are just like, he's trouble.
We already got a guide. We don't need captain.
We need to go.
Yeah, creatures. Let's leave him so the creatures avoid us and come get him. We'll just throw him in the
I
river.
put a round through his head.
All right, there you go.
Oh my God.
Giggles puts a round through his head, retrieve the shackles, and let's move on.
What's that light machine gun?
Yeah, that's what I was looking at. It's just a basic light machine gun.
SMG, you said?
What?
Did you say it was an SMG?
His gun or on the boat? On
Do
the
your
boat,
thing.
it's a machine gun.
Gotcha.
Attached to the front of the boat.
Right. Just an Ingram Valiant. Just a basic Valiant with a 100 round belt, which is down to like 60.
Okay. Yeah. Gonna totally grab it. Or Kurgan's gonna grab it. Haul it with him.
I'm going to talk to our boat captain.
Mm-hmm.
And ask him, which boat is better, this one or that one over there?
My boat better.
All right, well, let's tie this one on and tow it along. No point in wasting fuel.
Well, if the dodge stuff, I don't know. We
Throw
don't
the
really
boat
need
out.
it.
What's
Oh,
that?
could we take the fuel though? Is there fuel that we could acquire?
No,
Baldwin could just follow
this one
you.
has the gun on it. We want the gun.
No,
the gun
but
is now on Kurgan.
Kurgan's taking the gun.
Yeah, Kurgan dismantled it.
Oh, good grief. Okay. Then, do we need this
Carrying it all
boat?
Terminator style. Okay.
I mean, we ransacked the boat looking for anything else of use.
Yep. There's no like hidden cubbies. There's like a cargo hold. It's got some drugs in it.
We'll take them.
Oh,
Yeah.
We could sell them in some village. We have no morals.
Yep. Cocaine, heroin. Up from the made out in the jungles.
I take some of the cocaine.
Okay. Grab a bag.
Can I make a perception check?
Sure.
See if I saw it.
See if you saw what.
Him taking the cocaine.
Oh yeah, if you want.
Did you hide?
He usually
Taking the
doesn't try and hide it, so. Yeah, you see him grab a bag.
Okay, so once everybody's off the boat, Baldwin's gonna make sure he's last on the pirate boat, and he's gonna put a nice big circular hole in the bottom of it with his sword.
Okay.
Probably on two sides, and then just
Okay.
hop off real quick.
Yep, it slowly starts to sink.
Bloop, 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 bloop.
I'm gonna give everyone
Like 12 feet to the muddy bottom.
I'm gonna give each person 2,000 new yen off
Okay.
off of this here.
Wow, thanks.
Yep.
All right. So then you continue up the river.
Yeah.
You continue unmolested the rest of the afternoon. Again, you have another meal. The boat doesn't stop. They just switch drivers of the 3 guys on there running it. You go through the night. Another restless sleep on the boat. It's kind of uncomfortable. There isn't much for quarters. You're just mostly sleeping under this tarp on top of this, crates of supplies and boxes and shit. And the next morning, you come up to a very big, bright site. Phnom Penh. This is actually not a picture of Phnom Penh, but it's close. Same area. Very Hindu and Buddhist influenced. Floating up the river along the side of it. The boat does need to stop for about a four-hour layover. Do you guys just going to hang out on the boat?
I look
I kinda
around.
want to stretch my leg.
Is there just refueling and, basically just...
I go for a walk around. We should look for a place to get a drink.
Very filthy, very just kind of run down. There are some cantinas, peddling some swill that you can buy for a few new yen.
I don't really want
No one here
dysentery.
speaks English, mostly Mandarin, or Cambodian, kind of a city-speak butchered version of, Mandarin
Okay.
is the common language.
We grab
Yeah.
one. Isn't there someone on the boat that speaks?
They can kind of half speak English. They speak enough to, tell
Okay.
you we're just getting fuel. Don't wander away far. We can't linger. It's a dangerous place. Criminal
Does-
syndicates half run it. Government is corrupt.
Giggles, did you determine that you can speak Mandarin?
So the other Giggles knows Mandarin and Russian. But I can't find languages on this giggle. Oh, I gotta click on languages.
You have
Yeah.
Mandarin and Russian and Japanese all at
Yeah. Yeah, so I have Mandarin, Russian, and Japanese.
Yeah. So yeah, you can communicate with Giggles. You can.
We've probably
translate.
been hearing, we've probably been hearing him talking. So if you wanted somebody to translate, you might ask him to go along. And Baldwin would be interested in getting a bottle of whiskey if he could.
Okay. Yep, you can get some local, almost like moonshine, off a little shop.
Okay.
Outside of a rundown building under a tarp.
So pretty much whatever anyone's doing, I'll go with them so I can act as a translator between them and the locals.
We're just gonna be asking around where to. I'm trying to find out where's some good Naga hunting ground.
You get directed to one shop that sells, it's like a talismonger shop. You see a bunch of different looking snake parts hanging off of string around his booth.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, can I interest you in some wares? Nagatel, fresh.
Ooh, fresh. From where?
From up north of the river.
Really?
Brought down by hunters and sold. Only a day old.
Oh, how much is that?
Oh, 500 nuyen. Will bolster any snake spell.
I'm going to negotiate with him.
Okay. Roll it.
Haha.
Oh,
Finally
special
failed.
for you, my friend. 200 nuyen.
We have a deal.
And I'll throw in a vial of blood. He gives you a little vial of
Very good.
some red liquid. You have no idea. Very
So,
potent in the bedroom. Ha 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 ha.
ah, very good. Baldwin, will you carry this for me?
Well,
Baldwin, my boner blood, please.
Just a drop in my tea.
Cash Money's gonna reach out to Baldwin again. You serious? You gonna let him treat you that way? Clock, he's always riding.
Now tell me more about this Naga hunting grounds.
Oh, yes, the Naga's very rebellious. They think they own all of the land, try and take it from us hardworking people.
Foolish Nagas.
So we hunt them.
Very good. Any tips? I wouldn't mind doing a little Naga hunting myself.
Don't go in the caves.
Why? What's in the
Be
caves?
careful at night. They are very quiet. Why
Yes.
do you ask? Are you headed,
We
kinda
might be.
looks you up and down, looks at the gear you're wearing, Are you,
We
on
are.
a safari?
Yes, we are big safari hunters, and we've heard there's good hunting here.
Oh, well then you came to the right man. Tajik will help you. I have the best maps for the best hunting locations. Only the
Oh.
locals know of these places. 1,000 nuyen. And he holds up a data chip.
1,000? What madness is this, my friend?
Guaranteed best Naga hunting ground.
Maybe he'll barter for cocaine.
800 nuyen. Lowest I can go. Very valuable.
Done.
Okay, 800 nuyen. Now, I must go share with the children. Finally, they can have shoes. And he grabs up some of his wares, and then he rolls up his little blanket he was sitting on. He runs down the alley.
Poof, he's gone.
All right, let's see. So I got vial of blood. Why can't?
Vial of blood. It's just
Boner
pig
blood.
It's just pig blood.
Hang on, I can't edit it if I'm not. I don't know. Some vial of blood. Come on.
A snake tail.
It's just a regular snake tail.
No, it actually is a Naga tail, actually.
Oh, nice.
From just some dead Naga that was found in the forest about a week ago.
Okay. And a
And a data chip.
data chip. There.
I'm going to go ahead and transfer 400 new yen from my stick onto the Duke's stick.
Okay.
Why isn't this thing
Why?
letting me edit?
So he's not paying for the full 800.
Oh, okay.
No,
That's
it's fine.
That's
That's fine.
very generous of you.
I cannot edit this sheet.
Well, if he doesn't accept it, then I won't.
Oh, it's fine. Where's the... Oh, it's just being slow.
Uh-oh. That's not good. I know it's stormy where you're at.
All right, let me close and reopen that character sheet. Gear. Man. Okay. And a data chip. Okay. I hand the chip to Clock. A man on the street sold me this. He says it's a map to some hunting grounds. You want to check it out? Yes, no? Have you got an answer for me, Clock?
I think clock shut down.
What
How
was
do you
that?
turn this thing on?
Tap, 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 tap.
Clock, I'm talking to you.
What was that?
I bought this data chip. A man claims it shows a map to some hunting grounds with some Nagas. Want to check it out?
I shall plug it in. Take a look at it to Clock, or bring it back to Clock himself.
It's pornography.
All your virus
it?
protection starts going
Yeah.
off.
Why? Well, I'll hold on to this for you, but it does not show a map. Seriously, he bought pornography?
Yeah.
I go, like, what kind?
Various clips that were put rudimentally together.
Okay. I return it to Baldwin and
Collage of blowjobs. I don't know.
go, interesting taste, Baldwin. Or, interesting taste, Duke. You know this is all porn, right? You didn't look at the chip first?
How would I do that?
You literally bought some illegal street porn, and there's free porn on the internet.
That son of a bitch, I'll skin him alive!
This porn is homebrew. It's him and his family.
It's him and his wife, pretty much.
Oh,
Yeah.
God. That's awesome. Well, you got took. Good job, Duke. What a con man. And Cash is like laughing and going, "Ha, what a con man," and pointing at him. Haha.
Egad.
The con man got conned, huh?
I shall have my revenge.
What was that?
Did
Revenge.
anyone stay at the boat?
Oh yeah, that's Clock and Kurgan and
Okay.
Short
Clock,
of-
the barge next to you, it's kind of disturbing. They're filling it full of cadavers.
okay.
And on the side of it, you see property of Tamanaus Corporation.
Cadavers.
Mm-hmm. Dead
Right.
people from the city.
I radio people. I radio, I guess Baldwin, and let him know. Hey, they're bringing dead people to this barge near me. You might want to see what's going on.
Probably take it up north to feed the Nagas.
Short of any buttling duties that Baldwin might have, he would effectively find the whiskey, kind of, stretch his legs, get a look around, and get back to the boat.
Yep. 20 new yen for the whiskey. Yeah,
Okay.
unless you go looking for trouble, you just see lots of different, bizarre shops, along the street, foodstuffs of all kinds of local type,
Yeah,
street
make sure I'm
preachers,
very aware of my
lots of
pockets.
bums. Yep, lots of bums, lots of street urchins, lots of little kids grabbing purses. Yep. Duke, you do get a karma point back, or an edge. I'm sorry, one of your edge that you used back,
Okay.
which won't matter too much. But...
We already saw what the last streeter sold, so I'm a little skeptical of the remaining.
Duke was just so eager to buy stuff. He was just grabbing random shit out of his pocket, going, "Yeah, here,
Yep.
this."
Sell me something good, will you? I'm a tourist.
Yeah, I'm gonna con you out of this map. Can't believe he bought
This
a
is
map.
belly button lint of a dragon.
I could use that in a spell, I'm pretty sure.
Oh,
So, anyone else gonna do anything? Grab anything?
Nope.
The people who are loading the cadavers on the boat,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, do they just look like regular old dock workers?
No, they're wearing overalls. They have a little, looks like company symbol on them, like a T in a circle or something.
Okay.
They work for
Probably,
some Hammond House company. Which
yeah,
you've heard of,
probably
caters to the
not.
paranormal.
Probably not anybody who would just loosely talk.
I could fly a drone over and see what they're doing.
If they're right next to us, I doubt they're that far. You could probably just see with your own eyes.
Well, I can hear. I can
Yeah,
fly
they're
my
like
fly.
10 meters. They're like not very far away.
I can fly a fly spy over and listen in, like launch it onto the boat and see if I can hear a conversation. But they're all on a different language, right?
You know what?
They all speak
As
or the city speak version of it.
Yeah.
after Clock had radioed Baldwin and he headed back to the boat, when he's passing one of the guys who's carrying the cadaver or whatever, Baldwin's just gonna be, Baldwin's just gonna be like, ugh, glad I'm not you. See if that sparks anything.
He mutters something to you in the city speak.
Of course.
I mean, they don't know English, so.
Yeah. I think Baldwin probably made like a shivering gesture when he said it, so at least through body language you might get a gist of what was being said, but without us talking, any ideas I had were...
Yeah, he just shrugged and muttered something back to you. You don't know what it was, but I mean,
Yeah.
it didn't sound hostile.
Fuck
You
off,
wouldn't
white
know what
guy.
he said.
They weren't like hiding. They weren't like in the middle of the night trying.
Well,
to...
he's probably used to it, so it's probably more like, hey, it feeds the family.
Right.
I head
It's a joke.
I head back to the boat. I see, the bodies being loaded up. I cover my mouth. Ah, you got disgusting. Ah, what manner of filth is this?
Giggle
Where are
just
you
murdered
taking
a guy.
these things?
Crack open a cold one.
You're shouting, brings the crew to your boat, brings notice to them, and one of them walks over to you and just kind of stands watching with you, and he goes, "Oh yeah, yep, Tamanaus. They feed the paranormal. That's the food for the ghouls and
Yep.
other critters.
Oh, I
Angkor
see.
Wat, I bet they're headed. Angkor Wat.
I
Bad
see.
news, that.
Why?
Bad news.
Why bad news?
Whole city, bad news. Better not go. Only bad things happen.
In Angkor Wat?
Yeah.
No, here, Phnom Penh.
Here, Phnom Penh, bad things happen.
Bad place. Best we go. Boat full. Let's leave.
Yep. Let's get out of here.
Starts the engines up.
I have
Yeah.
Baldwin
Kurgan's on
boards.
duty, watching with his machine gun out.
Aboard.
Are we going through Angkor Wat, Captain?
Other way. No, we're going east. Other way.
Yeah, let's not
Other
go
river.
through a city of ghoul.
Angkor Wat bad.
Angkor Wat, bad, you say? Must be good stuff there.
Well, they're most likely feeding them so that they have some kind of arrangement with this town. Keep
Yeah,
them fed.
I don't
they
think the
won't-
Duke
they
would
won't,
survive a few minutes
attack the
there,
town.
considering all he has is like control thoughts.
I know.
I'm not sure what a ghoul's gonna Control
Don't
box.
eat me, eat him.
The
So
ghoul
as you head out
starts
the
gnawing on
city-
cash money.
As you head out the city, you pass by one of the very famous boat mall floats selling all sorts of food and vegetables and items. And
Don't
drugs
trust any of them. They're all liars.
and treasure maps. As you float along the river past, if there's anything last minute you guys need or just want to taste the local flavor, you can.
Cash is like, hey, why don't you buy another map there, Duke?
No, you-
Negotiate really well for that.
Why don't you go for a swim, Clock?
I just laughed to myself. Boner blood.
No, sir, that's eel. That's not spotted dick.
Ooh, ominous roll.
So you guys, it's going to be another 2.5 day journey past Phnom Penh. Fuck.
And another pirate encounter.
No, not
Oh, I forgot to take their heads and put them on our boat.
you
as a
put
warning.
your head on your bed. So after Phnom Penh, you go up the east fork of the river, which goes east of Angkor Wat, and kind of straddles the Dega Alliance and the Naga Domain, kind of in between the two. The traffic gets sparser and sparser till pretty much you guys are the only ones on the river.
This is the good life, isn't it, Baldwin?
Except
Baldwin
for the
still fanning him.
Baldwin was never fanning him. Except for the humidity, it's quite lovely.
Cash is still talking to Baldwin about modern day slavery. Why he chooses that life.
I think it's at these times that Baldwin brings up some heavy reading on his eye visor.
It got so quiet.
I'm just enjoying the view.
Enjoying the view. Yeah, what's going on?
That's
Chugging
exactly
down
what's
the
about to happen.
river, so very hot. You guys, you've been going, 4 days now. You're a day away from the camp. You just want to get there, get off this damn boat, get some real food, get some real sleep. You all are going to be at a -1 because it's just you haven't had a decent night's sleep in 4 days. You're all got the runs from the local food.
Damn it.
You're all chewed up from the bugs.
I've just about had it with these bugs, Baldwin.
You're all just kind of going through the motion.
Getting sick of this boat. Why don't we go back to Seattle?
Actually, Baldwin has probably been pulling the bug spray from the survival kit out. The SPF
Nonsense, Baldwin. Look at this.
1000.
Look at this
He's been
local.
spraying the Duke with it.
Look at this local bug spray I bought from that boat back there. I'm sure this is much better.
It's powerful magic, right?
It smells like urine a little bit. I'm sure it's good.
Good luck with that, sir.
All right. When all of a sudden the boat shudders.
Uh-oh.
Shit.
Giggles on the poop deck.
It
Are you on
wasn't
the
me.
poop deck again?
The fuck is that thing?
This is an extremely large paranormal crocodile called an afunk. It just ripped a giant hole into the side of your boat.
I told you we should have carried that other boat. I want that thing's head and
It's
foot.
about 15. It's about 5 meters long. So
15
15 feet.
It's like a really big crocodile.
And its tail smashes into the water, putting up this huge plume of water.
Okay.
as it's attacking you because you came too close to its nesting site along this unused stretch of river.
Ooh, nesting
yeah.
site would mean little egg. We can take.
And it is initiative.
Oh,
Okay, so I don't have.
I've been in
this.
Kurgan this time.
I don't have that. I don't have that.
Oh shit! Did I not have it?
I think that's right.
so are we
Is that
sinking?
everyone? No, but he did tear a good size hole out of the boat that the bilge pump's going to have a hard time keeping up with. But at this point, you are not sinking. Another bite or two like that, and you probably will start sinking. Cash money.
He doesn't have any orders yet.
Baldwin.
Okay.
Jump in the water.
This humongous rock hard crocodile, yeah, just took a chunk out of the bottom of your boat
All
and
right.
then
So
surfaced up next to you.
we're gonna get mystic armor up and running.
Yep.
Is that a simple action?
I'll let you do that as a free. That's one of your abilities.
Yeah,
So that's no problem.
Okay.
I think we just keep going. It'll leave us alone.
Well,
I don't think it's going to.
yeah, I kind of have a feeling we're gonna have to deal with it. Regardless,
And we might be able to get its eggs.
what about improved reflexes? Get that going too.
My
We did
You
it.
can pop both those on.
Okay, and then
If you had them off, I'll let you pop them on as a simple action, both of them.
okay,
So you have one
And-
simple action.
I'd like to jump on the thing's back and shove my sword through it.
Holy shit!
Okay, go ahead and attack.
Go, go. Baldwin, don't fall in the water.
This thing's gonna death roll you.
Baldwin, have you gone mad?
There you go. Look at that.
Oh, your reach. Yeah, you don't know the reach.
Oh, that's
and then
right. I'm
roll
sorry, I didn't tell you
a,
about the reach.
Roll in athletics or gymnastics.
Okay. Got a 3 in the athletics.
Okay. You are able to hold on to them. Now let me roll this damage to determine how you're holding on to them. Actually, hold on a sec. What are you doing for damage? Okay, AC -3, so that's a 7. You're doing a 8, 9, 10. You're doing a 10. You're able to just force your sword through 2 of his plates along his side, kind of in his shoulder. Just barely sink it in, just a couple of inches, just enough so that you have one arm kind of wrapped around him, hanging onto some spines, and the other one kind of just jabbing on. You have a precarious kind of position on his back.
Okay.
But you do have a hold, and you are on him. Kurgan.
So he's gonna point that Valiant. Is it a complex action to do a full auto?
Not a simple full auto, not 6 bullets.
Yeah,
There's a 6 bullet full auto, and then there's like a 10 bullet full auto.
we'll do the 6 bullet, but we're going to tell. First of all, I'll tell Cash Money attack in auto mode, and then I'm going
Okay.
to take that
Open wide,
to
motherfucker.
Gallant and
Okay.
do 6.
So what's your recoil?
I have a gas vents 2 on it,
So that's
and
2.
and then I have a strength of 8. So
So you have a recoil of 6 total. You might just want to make a note of that when you use that gun. Your recoil is 6. Gas vent for 2, you get a free 1, and then you get 1 every 3 points of strength rounding up. So 3, 6, 8. So you have a 6 for recoil. So you have no recoil minus, so you just roll a normal attack.
okay.
Don't glitch or you're going to shoot Baldwin.
There you go. Did he actually roll a defense of 0?
Yep. Most of them just chip into his armor plating, but a couple of them do spurt a little blood.
Yeah.
Cash money.
His instructions are to attack.
So he's going to probably shoot with his rifle, because I know that's his primary.
No minuses.
No, I was thinking of -2 because Baldwin's on him, but this guy's like a huge size, so you can easily get a target, like shoot at the head without.
Well, he didn't glitch, but he missed.
Okay, Baldwin. Damn. Happened to Duke and Giggles. Okay, Baldwin. Bullets are kind of ricocheting around you off his armor plates. Your sword's kind of losing its grip. Your hand's getting wet.
Can I? I want to try and. You know what? Screw it. I can jump back onto the boat.
Okay, roll gymnastics or athletics.
Why don't you swipe at him and then jump?
Well, I'm thinking as I'm pulling the blade out, I'll be cutting as I'm pulling it out. So that would be the attack. At least that's how it's going in my brain. Is that going to work for you?
Yeah, you'll have to roll an attack, yeah, but first go ahead and roll your gymnastics or athletics.
Okay.
Because if you fumble that, you won't get an attack off. No problem. Okay, attack.
And the attack.
I could just see this guy do a flip over there, and then flip right back.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. Okay. Yep, you take a chunk out of his nose with your sword as you like cut him across the face.
I'm kind of glad the way you described it, because in my head I was picturing sky surfing this thing like in Red Dwarf.
Ha!
And that's a horrible image.
Ace Rimmer! What a guy!
Same attack. Or what's the 10?
Okay, so the 10 is a complex
Oh.
action, but you'll have 16 recoil.
Ooh, that's not good. So I'd have 6 more this turn if I did
So-
a 6.
Yeah, or you're gonna have 12 recoil.
12 recoil. Oh shoot.
So you'd have a -6 because you have 6 recoil compensation. So you'd be at a
That's right.
-6.
So I could take this round to do the full recoil, not eliminate it, or could I do a simple one shot?
Does your gun allow a one shot?
Oh no, it doesn't. It only does burst fire.
So you can burst or auto. You can do a long burst as a complex, which is 6 bullets,
Which would also have the 6 recoil.
which would be 6 recoil. Yeah.
Okay, well I'm gonna actually just.
Or you can short burst as a simple. That's only 3 recoil, so that'd be a -3.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. All you got to do is roll 1 success. You're hitting them.
There we go.
Nice. that. I think you finally punched through his armor. 5, 14, 5, 6. Oh my gosh, you did. Good job.
Oh wow!
He sinks into the river.
Dang. That was a lot of damage.
Good job. No, it does. That was a good damage with 2 bad rolls on my part. I mean, he had hardened armor, so he was like knocking your guys' damage down almost by half right off the bat.
So now, would I know if body parts off this thing have any value in the magic world?
This was a paranormal animal. Yeah, parts of it are valuable. Like if you want to try and salvage some of
I'm
it.
going to pull out my, grab my cane and pull out a bit of the mono whip and just cut off some bits.
Okay. Yep. You kind of grab some rope and grab him alongside before he completely sinks, and tie him along the boat, and just kind of cut some bits off of him. Anything in particular you want, like a leg or the head or the tail or.
Would I know
the adrenal glands? That would require a roll.
The liver.
To like surgically, But if you just want to grab some vials of blood or hack the head off or cut the tongue out, something obvious, cut the balls off. I don't know.
Adrenochrome.
Well, they're reptiles. They don't have balls. But...
I'll cut off its head and get some blood.
Okay, its head's pretty big sized. I mean, you can stick it in like a barrel or a giant sack or something like that.
What's this thing called?
With your mono, it's called a franc, AFANC, a fanc.
Spell that again. AFANC.
AFANC. Yep. It's a paranormal crocodile, basically.
Okay.
I will send up my little flying eye to look around to see if it had a nest nearby or anything.
Roll perception.
Through that, it's electronic warfare as long as my sensor works.
Targets, let's say a 4. It's daytime. You're actively lurking for something specific.
Okay, so. Sorry, I'm just looking up because I think electronic warfare is my one I use.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's electronic warfare plus logic.
Ah, hit it!
You do see a little nest on the bank over here, in the kind of little alcove that it had dug out that it was using.
I let them know, hey, we should go check that out over there.
Oh yeah, paranormal stuff to
and
bring
you
back.
see a nest of 6 eggs.
Nice. If we get close, let's get those eggs.
That's a good idea.
And let's try to keep them alive.
So you asked the boatman to take you over there so you can grab the eggs?
Yeah, I can't.
Or do
I'm
you
not
have
gonna...
a drone that can pick them out or something?
Well, I could tell the
don't.
boatman too.
I'm not going to send my drones into the water. You crazy?
What good are they?
They're feared of water. I don't know if they're that waterproof. I'm sure they're kind of waterproof, but not jumping in a river.
Well, I mean, this like the river, even at its deepest, is only like 12, 15 deep. The Mekong's very shallow, very wide, very slow. But like under that 12 feet of water is like 6 feet of mud. I mean, you will just sink.
Yeah, they would just
not come up.
Yeah, and not getting them back out.
Yeah.
So the robots are not going over there into the water.
If the robots fall out of the river, out of the boat, you're probably not going to get them back unless you get like a crane
send one of these boat workers for a swim.
So, yeah, they maneuver the boat over there and stop and let one of you jump out onto the bank, and sludge through the mud to where the drone's hovering.
Yay, our first paranormal item.
So the question is, who's going to go over and do it? Giggles.
Well, it sounds like Clock, the way he's going off about it.
Clock's not touching mud.
He's sitting over there smoking a cigarette, hiding behind his shield, going, I'm not going to get dirty.
Yeah, he hasn't moved since the first contact. That's the first
he's got like
take you over there.
He has bed sores. He hasn't moved.
The boatman take you over. The rest is up to you.
I tell Baldwin, maybe you should get on, like, do one of those jump flippy things. I want to see that.
Well, Duke, you already got out of the boat with the pirate commander.
did.
You're already soaked in mud.
I am.
And you bought porn from
I did. I'll go grab them. I don't care.
a street vendor in.
So you jump out. I mean, you sink up to your calves just like last
Yeah.
time. You just sink almost up to your knees in mud, but you grab them. You see a little nest there where this little buzz drone is beeping at
Yeah.
you.
I gather
That's all
them
you
up.
can do, not to smack it with your cane. But you
How
grab
many
'em up.
eggs do I have?
It flies up.
6 eggs.
All right.
Half a dozen. Should we have them for breakfast?
Omelet.
They are almost the size of an ostrich egg. They're
Okay.
a little bigger than a softball.
I bring
Like
them
an-
all onto the boat.
Egg-sized softball.
Do we have something to store these things in?
We could split one
There's
of those.
Give me a
Crates,
basket.
barrels, sacks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Throw
Yeah,
some
for
grass
days.
in it. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like they were just in the mud, or were they covered or anything?
They were in like a mud nest. Yeah, they were like
Okay.
with like foliage leaves that were kind of shaping it to where the alligator sits in it. It was like a giant, like half a meter, 1 meter diameter.
Oh, we're gonna train these
like
like animal
nest.
trainer style.
Oh, shit.
We're going to sell them
They
for
just get
money,
sold.
Clock.
No, I know, but we could put computer
That's part
chips
of
in their
our-
head, and they could be our attack animals.
So
Okay,
you-
Lucy.
You shove on off and head up the river. The next final day.
Why can't I edit this damn thing?
You, for the first time, see civilization for like 2 days because you saw no boats, no villages, nothing as you came up
Thank
the
God.
river. There was one time that you thought you saw something in the bushes, and then there was like a bunch of rustling and something shot off into the forest, but you don't know what it was.
That was
And-
money. That's what that was.
Sure enough, soon you come to see a little dock hanging out of the village off of the side of the river. And your boatman pulls over to the side of it. Much as you see, there's some clearing with walkways over mud. It's kind of swampy and leading to all these different cabins. You see another boat already pulled up with some mercenary-looking guys that you recognize grabbing their gear off the boat and heading to a pair of cabins. As you pull up to the dock and rope off, there are a couple more locals there that direct you to the 2 rightmost cabins and store your gear there.
Okay.
Okay.
We're going to take our
Okay.
stuff there.
They tell you the mess hall is here by the dock if you want a hot meal.
Ah.
Otherwise, have a day's rest, and the commander will meet you in the morning.
Dude, I'm gonna get food in me.
I'm gonna get
and
food,
I'm
too.
gonna, like,
Okay.
Yeah.
If there
Over
was-
here, under the trees, you see a bunch of solar panels you can't quite make out, and then there's also like a large caged pit, half buried here, lined with plastisteel. And then back here, you can see a much fancier cabin that's obviously probably the commander.
I ask, is there somewhere I could wash up that's not in the river?
In the cabin.
Okay.
In the cabin.
Yeah, because I'm gonna eat, shower, and pass the fuck out.
Okay. Yep. I mean, it's been a rough like month and a half. Honestly, you've been on the water for like freaking
Why'd we take this job again? I'm like, I
5
like
weeks. Yeah, 4 weeks.
It was for money, Clock.
Yeah, but
29 days. You've been on the water 29 days.
And I think you're the one who said, yes, let's do it. Let's head to the
It
jungle.
feels too weird to be on land. You almost like kind of are in vertigo walking on something that doesn't move beneath you.
Right.
kind of regretting.
Actually, going from the ocean to the river was probably a nice transition to kind of curb that I've been on a boat feel.
Yep. Yeah, Mekong has almost no current, especially down as far river as you guys are on it. There's almost no current, very wide, very flat. Yep, very easy going. But anyways, you made it to the camp, a little molested, but virginity intact still. And so on that note, Chummers, catch us next week when we start the hunt.
Next week.
Uh,
Dun, dun, dun.
We already got some eggs